Beautiful peeps, what's happening, what's crack-a-lackin', and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy, I'm for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with a interesting video today. So while I was taking a scroll on Amazon looking for new tarot decks, I actually came across something called The Book of Answers. This is by Carol Bolt. Really cool book. Basically what you do is you kind of like riff through the book, and if you have a question that you need answered, you kind of intuitively pull when you're on the page you feel like you need to pull on, and you get yourself an answer. Like for example, we have Be Practical showing up over here. So I thought it would be pretty cool to give you guys answers to some questions you may have. So this will be a general reading, of course. If it resonates, awesome. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it stick. Don't try to make it apply. So if it resonates, cool. And if not, it's not your message. I will be going from Aries to Pisces. I'll be timestamping everything for you, so all the information will be in the description and the comment section below. I figured I'm going to do 2 answers for each zodiac sign. So from Aries to Pisces, we'll pull 2 answers for you guys, and hopefully these answers can help with any questions you guys have. Do keep in mind as well, I will give more intuitive information if I feel like there's more intuitive information to express based upon the answer that I pull for you. So it will be basically, general reading, general intuitive reading. And as always, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. And if you guys enjoy this, let me know. I'll make plenty of more of these. I'm actually going to start doing this at the end of the monthly videos for mid-September. So if you guys really do like this, I've been having a lot of fun with this book. I will definitely do more. So starting off with Aries, let's go ahead and get 2 answers to some of Aries' questions. So if you guys have any questions you need answered, think of those questions right now. And let's go ahead and pull Aries' first answer. So what is an answer that Aries desperately needs to hear? Something that will help them. We have here, reconsider your approach. So guys, the way that you're approaching certain situations right now may not be the best way to go about things. So definitely take a step back and really reconsider the way you're approaching some sort of situation. For example, are you approaching something with a negative mindset? If so, take a step back and let's go for a more positive approach into whatever situation you're handling, okay? I'm also hearing handle something with care. So reconsider the way that you're doing something. You might be moving. For some of you, maybe you have some sort of dresser that you have to move into a new home. Reconsider the way you're going to move that into the home. Be very careful, handle it with care. So that can resonate to some of you guys as well. But the energy here is saying reconsider your approach. So the way you're approaching a situation is not in a good way. It may call for more practicality, or it may call for more faith. However that resonates to you. So overall, reconsider the way you're approaching something. All right, then let's go ahead and get the second answer to any question that Aries has. What is going to be the second answer here to any question that Aries may have, okay? We have here, explore it with playful curiosity. It's definitely time for some of you guys to not look at things too seriously. Definitely take a step back and have a good, fun energy. Tap into that playful energy and explore something with curiosity. This very well likely can be discussing a new connection that you came upon. So if you did come upon some sort of new connection, chances are, Spirit here is saying, have fun with it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about the future. Just go for it and have some fun. So if we're talking about friendships, romantic relationships, even a new type of work experience, whatever experiences right now, Aries, that you're having within your life, explore it with playful curiosity. Don't be too serious. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't worry about the future. Enjoy yourself and have a good time, okay? So that's the energies that I'm seeing coming through here for you. So hopefully those 2 answers helped with any of the questions you guys had. So just, I want to talk about one more thing with the explore it with playful curiosity. It's essentially boiling down to have fun with what you're doing too. If you're in a period of time where you're overstressing or where you're thinking too much, make sure to take a step back and remember you can find fun in anything that you're doing, okay? All right, Aries, those are the answers that I got for you. Now we're going to start off with our Taurus. Let me timestamp that real quick, 4/17. Taurus, let's go ahead and get on into you and see what we got. So Taurus, think of a question and let's see if we can get an answer for you. I will pull 2 answers. So what do Tauruses need to know? What answers do Tauruses need to hear? Do keep in mind these are timeless messages, so they can resonate at any given time. Taurus, we have it may already be a done deal. So the window of opportunity here may be closed on something, Taurus. It could possibly be a done deal between you and another person, if we're talking about a romantic cycle. It could also be a done deal in regards to what's done is already done. There's no coming back from something, so this could be talking about acceptance as well. It may be time to accept a situation for what it is, considering that there is no going back. So for a few of you, it's a done deal. There's no going back. Kind of accept it as it is right now. Don't try to go back to something or fix something if it already is the way it is. So I definitely feel like this is taking some acceptance right now that something's a done deal. There's no forward movement. There's no going back. Okay. And what's going to be the second answer we got here for Taurus? Let's go ahead and take the second answer for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, timeless answer for any question they may have. Do not be pressured into acting too quickly. That is a very important message, to be very fair. Never feel pressured into acting too quickly. Could be about a relationship for a few of you. Don't feel pressured to have to automatically fall in love incredibly quickly and then jump into a relationship super quickly. You know, never feel pressured to do something too quick. Do things at your own time. Do things at your own pace. This also could be a call to slow down in life. You may feel like you're running out of time, as a lot of younger individuals do. For example, I'm 22 years old, and a lot of people within my age bracket believe they're running out of time. They believe they're running out of time to get married and to have kids and to have a job that makes them enough money to support them, you know? I think a lot of people feel like they're running out of time in their life to basically get the success that they want, but you can be successful in anything at any age at any time. So don't be pressured into acting too quickly. Don't fear running out of time, Taurus. Definitely take a step back and realize I'm exactly where I need to be. Ground yourself in this very present moment and take action at your own pace is going to be my best advice for you, all right? But that's what I got for you, Taurus. So now we're going to be moving to Gemini, and the timestamp will be 6:39. Let's see what we got in here for Gemini. So Gemini, think of a question. We'll see if we have an answer for you. Let's go ahead and get two answers here for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It is timeless messages, timeless answers. So what do we have here for Gemini? Let's take a look at the first answer for Gemini. Gemini, we have realized that too many choices can be difficult, or can be as difficult as too few. So definitely start to get a little more simplistic in your life. Don't focus on too many options and don't focus on too few options. Try to have a good balance, Gemini. This could be in regards to people you're connecting with. Maybe you're in the dating scene right now, and it might be better off to not have too many people to talk to, but not too less people to talk to. Have a good variety, have a good mix. This also could be about opportunities, because when we're talking about choices, that very likely could be opportunities. So when it comes towards some of you guys right now looking for jobs, maybe don't apply to every single job out there. No one says you have to, but don't apply to one or two. You know, try to have yourself a good amount of options that you can fall back on. I kind of feel like this is a call to be more practical, to make sure that you have more choices, but not too much and not too little, just enough choices to make sure that you have something to fall back on. So this could be about picking classes in college, picking majors. Maybe it's time to pull out a backup major for some of you in college. Maybe this is time to consider a backup job if your current job isn't working out well, especially with the things that happened throughout the pandemic. It's just a time to get practical and really kind of assess yourself in what your options are and make sure that you have enough so that you're okay, right? So that's the energy that I'm seeing with this message. I don't feel like anything else is coming through. It's essentially just like, you know, be safe. You want to feel safe, be safe, right? Have enough choices that are good for you, okay? So that's what we got here for your first answer. Moving forward to the second answer for Gemini. What do we have here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, timeless message. Second answer for Gemini. It could mean that you may have something to do that you've never done. So we have here, it could mean that you may have to do something that you've never done. That was the way it was supposed to be read. So you might have to do something you've never done, Gemini. This might be about getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, really venturing out into the unknown and exploring something new. So Gemini, it might be time to do something brand new with yourself. I know comfortability is something that we all love and enjoy. Everybody wants to be comfortable. Everybody enjoys being comfortable, but sometimes it's great to break out of your comfort zone, because when you get comfortable with being uncomfortable, you're essentially breaking out of your comfort zone to find more comfortability in new things. things. It's about exploring new things and becoming more mature and more knowledgeable about new things and new information. And as a Gemini, you guys love learning new things. So definitely take up new experiences of things you've never done before. Maybe there's a new job offer that's coming up right now that requires something you've never done, and maybe this is a time to explore and learn something new. Same thing applies too for, maybe some sort of hobby. You might be getting involved in a new hobby, which is something you've never done before. This also could be about, actually as well, being tested by the universe for a few of you. For example, maybe some of you have never spoke your truth, right? Maybe it is time to speak your truth. If that's something you've never done, it's time for you to do it. So it could be the universe here pushing you to do something you've never done, but it's something you should have done all along. So that could be a message coming in here for Geminis as well, okay? But I'm going to leave that off here for you, Gemini. That's what I got for you guys. Let's go to Cancer. 1012 is the timestamp. So Cancer, let's see what we got going on, baby. So Cancer, think of 2 questions and I will provide 2 answers. If they resonate, awesome. If not, not your message. These are timeless messages. Let's see what we got. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is going to be the first answer to their question? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have here, listen carefully, then you will know. Oh, Cancer, that is a call to listening to your intuition, guys, okay? It is definitely a time to listen carefully and then you will know. I feel like we're talking about an inner knowing here. It would be a good time to follow your intuition. Do not take any actions. Make sure that you are listening before you follow through with anything. So take action to be focused on your intuition. Don't take action and then, what am I trying to say? Think before you act, don't act before you think. Thank you. That is the message for you, Cancer. So think before you act, don't act before you think. Listen carefully, then you will know. Reconnect with your intuition. Your intuition here is trying to tell you something. So that is definitely the first answer we have here for Cancer. Listen carefully, then you will know. I think that the answer is right in front of you, but you may not be seeing it just yet. You could be wearing rose-tinted glasses. So Cancer, try to connect with your intuition there, and you may see the answer right in front of you. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your second answer, Cancer. What do we got? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Coming up, timeless message, sorry. I almost said coming up for September, but this is a timeless message. Let's take a look at your second answer. We have take charge. Beautiful. So Cancer, the first message you got was about listening carefully, and after listening carefully, we have here take charge. So I think that your intuition right now wants you to pay attention to something, Cancer, and once you finally pay attention to what it is you need to know, then you can take action. So make sure, it goes back to that same saying, listen before you take action. Essentially, gain all the knowledge you need before you do something, Cancer. So it could be about possibly there's a new job here that some of you guys are interested in. Maybe it's about looking at it, listening carefully, understanding what the job is before you sign up for it. It also could be about something to do with like contracts, guys. If you're purchasing a new car, purchasing a home, this might be the time right now to listen carefully before you take charge, meaning that, they may have certain kind of hidden fees that you might not originally knew that were there and that you don't want to pay for. So read things twice, think twice before you act. In whatever situation this resonates to, really look at the details first, get the answers first before you take charge, okay? So that's what I got here for my Cancerians. Moving on to Leos, the timestamp's gonna be 12:53. Let's see what we got here for Leo. Timeless message. So Leo, if you have a question, I will provide 2 answers. We'll see if they resonate to you. They're timeless. If it resonates, awesome. If not, not your message. So let's go into the first answer here for Leo. What do we got for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Timeless answer. Collaboration will be the key. Pretty cool stuff. I like that. That one's neat. So some of you guys here could, have the key being collaboration. Maybe it's time to start collaborating with people, especially when it comes towards business. For some of you guys, if you have online businesses, it might be time to collab with another company, possibly another company that can get your brand further out there. Collaboration can also be a very good idea too, meaning that it takes 2 to tango. This might be the energy of you needing to work more with your partner. So for some of you Leos, it might be time to work more with people close to you in your life, especially if you want to resolve problems. Now, if that's not the case as well, we can look at it in a more general aspect of, it may not just be collaborating on a business level. This could be collaborating on a friendship level to, grow more as a friend or to grow more as a lover. Collaboration is key. I feel like your talents mixed with the talents of others really has the ability here to take you further. So if you're very talented in something here, Leo, and someone you know is very talented as well, both of you guys collaborating could create something wonderful. So do keep that in mind. Collaboration will be the key. So Leos, if that makes sense to you, take that message. I don't really think there's much more to expand on with this specific answer, but collaboration will be the key. Keep that in mind for those of you that resonates to. Now, moving on to the second answer for Leo. What do we got coming in over here? Second answer for Leo, timeless message. What do we got? And we have here, there is a small price to pay. So for some of you Leos, this is very well likely about the greater good. You may have a small price to pay in order for the greater good to be serviced or the greater good to be provided. So for some of you guys right now, be mindful of that in your life. If you have to take a small hit in order to gain something so much better, definitely make sure that that's what you're focused on. Take a look at what the bigger picture is in your life. For example, Leo, maybe right now this is about investment, you know? Maybe you might be investing what you think is a lot of money right now, but in the future it can be bringing you a really great return. So for those of you that are investing, there may be a small price to pay, but a wonderful payout will return to you. So there's a small price to pay here for success, a small price to pay here for something big, or something much better in return. If that does make sense to you, I think the universe is saying go for it, because this small price to pay will give you a much better return. So keep that in mind, Leo, if that resonates towards you as well. So those are the messages we got here for you, Leo. Of course, take it how it resonates. That's what I got for you. If it doesn't apply to you at all, absolutely no worries. Okay, now moving on here to the Virgos. The timestamp is 1555. I love that, Virgo. We got 555 coming in here for you. 555 actually stands for massive and major change. That is an angel number. So let's see what we got here for Virgo, okay? Think about a question. I'm going to pull 2 answers for you guys, and if they resonate, awesome. If not, no worries. This is a timeless message for you, okay? Let's get the first answer for Virgos. The first answer for Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have explore it with playful curiosity. We actually got this for another zodiac sign earlier, but essentially what this is stating is that explore something with more curiosity and with a much more playful energy. Definitely don't go into things with the attitude of being too serious or the attitude of stress, or even bringing any negative energies to the table. Explore something with a fun vibration, be playful, be curious, and enjoy yourself. So this could be exploring a new hobby that potentially you might even be able to monetize at some point down the line. This could be about exploring a new friendship or possibly a new person you've been seeing and dating recently. Have fun with it, okay? Don't get too serious. Don't get too caught up on the stress or what the outcome will be or what the future tells you or what the future lies. Have fun in the present moment, Virgo, and explore something with playful curiosity. Have yourself a good time. Don't try to get caught up in the details. Don't try to get caught up in the future. Just have fun in the present moment, okay? With something that you're doing. Now, moving on to the second answer here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. That was quick. The answer is, this is a good time to make a new plan. So for some of you Virgos, it's a great time to start making new plans, okay? Cut out the old and start with the new. I definitely feel like if something is no longer working, it's time to look at things in a different way. It's time to look at things in a different type of light. So change your perspectives on something, Virgo. That is going to be very helpful for you. By attacking something at a new angle, it can be incredibly beneficial to you. So, for example, let's say that you're in sales and your sales were popping 2 months ago, but as of the recent months, they're just not doing that well. Well, approach, basically have a new approach, have a new plan on how you want to sell something or how you want to market something. If you have been thinking about trying to go on vacation somewhere and unfortunately it hasn't worked out, make a new plan. Maybe it's time to reschedule a date, So take that how that resonates in your life. This is a good time to make a new plan. It could even be about making a new plan with your partner. Maybe you and your partner here want to move somewhere brand new. Maybe you feel like you don't have the funds right now, but if you make a new plan, you guys can find a different time to move and you'll have the funds to be able to move, okay? So keep that in mind too. So guys, I'm not going to try to overextend my energy into how this can apply to you in 1,000 different ways. Otherwise, I'm going to be here all day. But if it resonates to you, you'll know it resonates to you. So this is a time to make this is a good time to make a new plan. Okay, Virgo? So that's what I got there for you. Now, moving on to the Libras. It's actually 1855 for Libra. So let's have a look at Libras here. Libra, think of a question, and I'm going to pull 2 answers for you, and we'll see what we got coming through, okay? Keep in mind, these answers are timeless. These messages are timeless. Let's take a look at Libra's first answer. What is going to be the first answer to Libra's question? We have ask your father. Go ask your father, okay? So that's what we have here for you, Libra. You got to ask your daddy something, man. I definitely feel like your father may have knowledge on something that you need advice about, Libra. So if you need to communicate with someone, your father might be the best person to talk to. Now, Libras, for those of you here that do, have fathers, but your father is deceased, please do remember that you can communicate with people who have passed on, and messages will still flow to you, okay? So if you do have a father who has passed on, God rest his soul, do remember that you still can communicate and reach out, and don't worry, trust me, you'll find some sort of symbol or some sort of way for that answer to get back to you on whatever advice you need to ask from your father. So do keep that in mind for Libras, okay? So ask your father, okay? Ask your dad something, okay? If you need advice on a situation, if you need to learn how to pay bills, if you need to learn something financial, if you need help building something, like my father's a construction worker, and he's a Libra as well, actually. So if you need help building something, go ask your dad. Your dad's gonna know, right? Most dads are pretty handy, right? So I'm sure your dad will know. So keep that in mind, okay? So that is gonna be the first answer to your question. Moving on to the second answer for Libra. What do we got, baby? Second answer for Libra in regards to whatever questions they may have. We have here, there is a small price to pay. Another Zodiac got this as well. So there's a small price to pay. This is a pretty interesting message because it can talk about sacrificing something for the greater good. So this might be a time right now to put aside one thing and put more focus into something else. For example, let's say right now, you want to make more money, but unfortunately, you also want to go to college because if you get this degree at your college, you would be making more money than you're making now. So there's a small price to pay. You got to quit your job to go full-time at college, It's about putting something on the back burner while making something more important just for the time being because it's for the greater good. It's for the bigger picture. By sacrificing something small, you're going to get a bigger return and a bigger investment. So take that how that applies to your life as well. Moving on to our Scorpios, we got 2122 is going to be the timestamp. Scorpio, how are you? Think of a question, guys. I will pull 2 answers. These answers are timeless. If it resonates, that's wonderful. If not, do not try to make it stick, okay? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's get the first question for you. The first question is going to be, the first answer is going to be, there is no guarantee. So if you are feeling a little bit stuck in the unknown right now, I think that this is a reaffirming energy telling you there's no guarantee about something. So you're taking a risk here. So if you're taking a risk, I think Spirit kind of wants you to take the responsibility that there's no guarantee that something will work. There's no guarantee that it will not work either. So this is a risky situation. Use your discernment on whether or not you want to invest into it. There will be no guarantee that it works out the way you want it to. All right? So that is a very important message for you, Scorpio. In whatever way it resonates in your life, there's no guarantee something will work out here. So make sure that you are taking responsibility of knowing that you're taking a risk, okay? Moving on to the second answer from the Book of Answers for Scorpio. What do we got here? Timeless answer, timeless message. We got here, it will sustain you. So there's something in your life right now that will sustain you guys. It will definitely be sustainable. So do keep that in mind. For a few of you guys, this could be about a job that you recently got. Maybe you got promoted, and if you did, that promotion will sustain you. This very well likely could be about some sort of friendship that you were thinking about investing into, or some sort of person you were thinking about going out on a date with. They seem like sustainable type of individuals. So Scorpio, if you're doing something right now and it seems to be working out and it seems to be going well, whether it's about you and somebody you're seeing, or whether it's about a business or a new job you started, if something's going well in your life, chances are it's going to continue to sustain you. So something here will continue to sustain you. All right? That's really good news to hear. So if something's working out, chances are it's going to continue to work out for you within your favor. So I like that a lot for you. It's interesting that the first answer was there is no guarantee. It said there was no guarantee, and then something here says it will sustain you. So kind of what I'm picking up on is what you have right now that's good in your life is sustainable. Don't risk walking away from the good things you already have to try to explore something that could potentially be better or potentially worse. Stick with the good. Stick with what is sustainable, Scorpio, I think would be the best message for you. All right, Scorpios, we finished up with you guys. All right, y'all, my camera died. Let's see where we left off. We left off on Sagittarius. So, Saggy, go ahead and think of a question and I will provide 2 answers. Also, do keep in mind these are timeless, so it will be a timeless answer for you. And let's see what we got going on. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is going to be the first answer to Sagittarian's questions? What is going to be the first answer to Sagittarius's question? We have here, you'll have to make it up as you go. So, that very well likely could be talking about having to make something up as you go, maybe about getting started. This might be a good time right now to get something started and kind of learn as you go. Do keep in mind the best way to learn something, whether it's about a new business you've created for yourself or it's about something in general you're invested in, the best thing for you to do is to get started and then you learn as you go. For example, when I started reading tarot here on YouTube, I wasn't a master tarot reader yet. I didn't know what every tarot card meant. I didn't really know how to properly channel my energy and how to connect with my guides, but I started the channel anyways and I kind of learned as I went. So I made it up as I went, right? So this essentially could be what this message is representing for you, okay? What this answer is representing for you. You'll have to make it up as you go. Maybe that means it's a great time to start and you'll make up for it as you continue to learn something. So keep that in mind, Sagittarius. Let's move forward here to the second answer to any of your questions. What is going to be the second answer? For Sagittarius, please, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Sag, we have here, it will affect how others see you. So something that you're doing here is going to affect the perception that other people have upon you. And for some of you, that might be a very scary feeling. Okay? This could be you showing who you truly are, you showing your true colors to the world, and maybe right now you're scared in regards to how others will view you and how others will perceive you. Well, Sagittarius, one thing I think that's very important to talk about is it doesn't matter how other people view you or perceive you. I know that we were kind of trained subconsciously to believe that what others think about us and what others feel towards us is incredibly important, but that's so far from true. The truth of the situation is that how you view yourself is the most important thing in this reality. So if there's something here that you're doing or something here that you're showing the world and you know and acknowledge that it's going to affect how other people see you, ask yourself, can you still see yourself in that positive way and in that positive light? Ask yourself, are you confident enough to stand in your truth and to stand in who you truly are and not really give a shit about what other people have to say or how other people tend to view you? Because at the end of the day, whatever choices you make in your life, of course, choices reflect upon you, but other people's opinions don't mean anything considering that your opinion is the strongest opinion in this world. So Sag, do keep in mind whatever it is you're doing here, it will affect how others see you, but truth be told, are you going to let that matter to you, right? I think that's a question you have to ask yourself. Okay, Sagittarius, those are the answers that I got here for you. Going on to our Capricorns. Let's see what we got, baby. Capricorn, think about a question, and I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 answers. We'll see if they resonate. If they resonate, cool. If not, no worries here. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Keep in mind, too, these answers are timeless. They can resonate at any given moment. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's take a look at your first answer. Reveal your thoughts to a trusted confidant. So, for Capricorns over here, it might be a good time to vent and invest your time into somebody who you feel you can confide into, okay? Or confide into, excuse me, Capricorn. So, feel like you can go towards somebody that you can trust, all right? Definitely go to somebody you can confide into that you can really get things off your chest. You know, some of you Capricorns here may be really stressed out. You may be going through a lot right now, and if you are having a really rough time and maybe your question was, what should I do about the situation I'm in? Really consult people you trust and talk to people that you can confide into, and I think that that's going to help you out a lot. There are individuals in your life, Capricorn, who very much so care about you and that are willing to help you with anything you need help with. Do not feel afraid to ask for help for anyone or from anyone that you really trust and that you really care for, because I really do believe that they're going to be here for you. So if you're carrying a 10 of Wands energy right now, if you're carrying some burdens in your life, don't be afraid to lean on other people that you trust because they want to be there for you, Cappy. So that's kind of like a reminder for you that you got people around you that can be there for you if you need them. So do not allow yourself to carry all your weight and your burdens alone. Reveal your thoughts to a trusted confidant, okay? All right, baby. So that is going to be the first message here for you guys. Let's go ahead and get the second answer for my lovely and amazing Capricorns. What is the second answer for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we got here as the second answer? We have here avoid the first solution. So for some of you Capricorns, I'm not sure what your solution is, but the first solution to fixing a problem may not be the best problem. So Spirit here could be asking you guys to avoid the first solution you originally thought of. Maybe you weren't necessarily thinking, and maybe it's not the best idea. So Cappies, be mindful of whatever solutions you're trying to apply to fix your problems. Maybe there's a better solution. Maybe the first solution isn't the right one, and you can come up with something better. Remember how these two messages kind of pair together, because the first message was, invest yourself into somebody that you trust and talk to them about your problems. And eventually, avoid the first solution could have been like, well, I'm going to keep everything to myself. Maybe it's a good time right now not to keep everything to yourself, not to keep all your burdens to yourself, but instead to vent and to basically confide in the people that you love and the people that you trust, okay? So keep that in mind. But Cappies, if you have a question right now about trying to find a solution to your problems, avoid the first solution. You can think of something better is what they're saying here, all right? So do keep that in mind. Now, I know that it'll resonate in many different ways for many different people, so I'm not gonna, try to keep putting together storylines because that's kind of impossible, but if this does apply to you, awesome. And if it doesn't, don't try to make it stick. That's totally okay, all right? Now, moving forward on to our Aquariuses. Aquarians, how are you? Think of a question, guys, and I will provide 2 answers. These are timeless messages. They're timeless answers. If they resonate, great. If not, no worries here. So let's get the first answer to one of Aquarians' questions, and the first answer is going to be, allow yourself to rest first. Guys, this might be a perfect time for a break, okay? You might be overworking yourself or trying to do something and burning yourself out. Make sure you are getting your just rest, okay? Your just dues rest, okay? I don't even think that's a saying, but it's a saying I came up with on the fly. Make sure you're getting enough rest, guys, okay? Allow yourself to rest first. It's always good to start projects or to work on things when you are rested. And I'm not talking about just physically rested, which is incredibly important, but I'm also talking about mentally rested as well. You want to make sure your brain is primed to be working at its most efficient capacity. Same thing with your body. So if there's something here that you're doing, maybe this is talking about your job or something you're creating or something you're doing in general in your life, make sure you are getting enough rest and allow yourself to rest first before you do anything else. You want to be working at the most efficient capacity you possibly can be working at, okay? To be successful in something, all right? Let's take a look here at the second answer we got for Aquarius. What's going to be the second answer to some Aquarians' question? What do we have? We have try a more unlikely solution. Thinking outside the box on this one. I like that. So this very well likely could be talking about start thinking outside the box. Trying a more unlikely solution sometimes can give you the solution you're looking for. It can be the answer to your problems. So I feel like the universe here is kind of trying to say, don't only focus on being incredibly practical. Maybe there's something outside of the box you could do that could draw more attention to giving you success in some sort of issue that you're trying to fix. So try a more unlikely solution. For some of you Aquarians, if you've been dealing with a massive amount of stress, maybe going to the gym hasn't been working, but maybe meditation will work. Maybe doing a cleansing will work. Maybe getting some sage out and saging yourself will work, Try a more unlikely solution, something that's more out of the box than you'd normally do. Try something that's out of your routine if you're trying to fix a problem. Because trying to fix the problem of doing the same thing over and over again and it's not working, it's time to try a different solution, right? So keep that in mind. So for any of you Aquarians that are having a problem or an issue right now, try a more unlikely solution, something that you wouldn't normally do. And that may actually help you, okay? So that's what we got here for Aquarius. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Now moving on to our Pisces. Pisces, think of a question, guys, and I'm going to pull 2 answers for you. These are timeless answers, timeless messages. If they resonate, fantastic. If not, do not try to make them apply. So let's take a look here and get the first answer to one of Pisces' questions. We have here, act as though it is already real. I love this because I tell people this all the time. This is about manifesting and manifestation. You have to act as if you already have what it is you want and what it is you desire in your life. The question that some of you may have been asking is how do I manifest this? How do I manifest that? Well, if you want to manifest anything in your life, you have to act as if it is already embodied with you. You have to become that energy. So Pisces, for example, Let's say you're manifesting wealth. Well, then you have to act, as if you're already rich. Okay? Start dressing like how a rich person would dress. Start doing things that rich people would do, like waking up earlier in the morning and taking in, a good amount of sleep and a good amount of rest, making sure that they are energized when they get up in the morning, right? Start doing things that rich people do, like reading books and gaining more knowledge on the market or whatever it is you're trying to sell, right? Start learning more stuff. Start learning how to take care of a business, If you really want to attract that lifestyle, you have to act as if you already have it. Therefore, you have to embody the energies that people whom are rich carry. So that's just one example, of course. Others of you may be trying to manifest happiness in your life. Maybe you're trying to manifest health. Whatever the case is, though, you have to act as if it's already real. So that's a wonderful answer. I really like that one. I didn't even know this existed in the book because I haven't gone through this thing page for page. It's a freaking huge book, all right? But that's awesome to get for you, Pisces. Really, really love that for you. Now, moving on to the second answer to your question, Pisces. What do we have? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's go ahead and get the second answer to one of Pisces' questions. This will be a timeless answer and a timeless message. We have press for closure. I'm not necessarily too sure what this means, press for closure. Well, I think that it is talking about closure, and it's kind of funny because this circle here looks like a button, so I think what's happening here is they're saying, press it for closure, okay? Pisces, with this energy coming through here for you, I think it's a good time to close out the cycle. Kind of imagine the cycle being a door, an automated door, and if you press the big red button, the door closes. If you have cycles in your life right now that are still open, that have no reason to be, and that should no longer be a part of your life, it may be a good time right now to exit those cycles, to close that door and start focusing on new things. So if you are asking right now, what should I do in regards to my ex, it might be a good time to just have closure and shut that door and accept it for what it is. But no matter what your question may be, the answer here for your question is press for closure. I think it's a good time to let yourself accept things for the way that they are and to move forward. Because closure, essentially, in my opinion, can be a multitude of things, but one of the things it could be is accepting the situation for what it is. Accepting what the cycle is right now for what it is, and allowing yourself to turn your back. I think closure is more so the action of just walking away, knowing that it's okay that things ended up the way it is. So for example, let's say you and somebody broke up. Maybe the best closure for you is saying, you know what, we broke up and that's okay. And I'm ready to move forward on my own life. Right then and there. That's some pretty good closure, Pisces. Okay? So, of course, take that second message, how that resonates for you. Alright? Alright, my beautiful Pisces. That's what I got for you guys. Hope you all enjoyed. And everybody watching, guys, I want to thank you so much, man, for coming out to this video. Really, really appreciate it. I've been having a blast with this book of answers so far. I hope you guys have actually really enjoyed this. If you're interested, you can find this on Amazon. It's called The Book of Answers by Carol Bolt. This was super cool. I'm very happy that I came across this on Amazon. I thought this was an awesome purchase, and I had so much fun with this, man. So if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely leave a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe here if you're new. If you want more of this content, let me know, guys. I'm gonna feel free to do more of these. I had a lot of fun with this, to be honest. So this was a good time. If you want to see more videos of this, I will definitely do more. And like I said, for the monthly readings for mid-September, I'm probably gonna do a question or so at the end. If anybody has a question, I'll give you guys a quick answer. So I might incorporate these a lot more into the monthly videos if you guys do like it. But anyways, everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for being awesome. If you want more of this content, let me know. Subscribe here if you're new, and have a lovely and fantastic rest of your day. Much love to my beautiful peeps, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.